Alright, so we're here with my 2003 Honda Recon electric shift, and it is giving me carburetor issues, I'm pretty sure. And so I'm gonna clean out the carburetor, and I'm gonna take the seat off, the side panel. I'm gonna have to end up taking the air box out. To get to that, I'm gonna have to pull it off and then go get some carb cleaner. I don't have that yet. And then blow all the rest of the junk out after it's done sitting in that, and then pop it back on. It should be good to new. And this carburetor, I don't even think it's a year old, so it's a fairly new carburetor. I must have just got some junk in the tank. So it was running good until just a few weeks ago, because it was sitting there and it was running until it didn't, and then I couldn't get it back started again, and it was idle for a little bit and it just cut. And so I think that pilot, I think that's pretty clogged. But normally the main one's pretty good, the valve things. But because there's normally gas shooting through there a good bit. It's just a little in that one, and I'm pretty sure stock, that from what I looked up, that one's a 38. And so, but I'll have to go back and look. But stock on these Recons, I think it's a 38. So it's a little bike, comes with little things. So we'll get to pulling it off. I've got the seat pulled off, and what I need to do, I need to take this air box out, and I'm pretty sure it's got 2 screws. There's 2 clamps for this little snorkel right here, and then there's one connecting it to the carburetor. And so I need to take those off, and then I'm gonna also, before I do that, I'm gonna take the side panel off so that I can get more access, of course. And I don't think it's necessary, but it will 100% make it easier to do that. And I don't think I need to take this other one off, because I mean, you only really need one side. There's really no need to be, because it's straight dead in the middle. So I really don't think I need to take that other side off, but if I do, I might have to end up doing that. So I've got this little fathead screwdriver and some like wire cutters. Just the screwdriver might be a little harder from my past experience pulling this thing off, because when we changed it, this is not a stock thing. This is, it's stock, but it's aftermarket. So this is, yes, we have replaced this before, because the other one was just, I think it could have been the original carburetor, because I'm pretty sure this bike, I don't think it has that many. I mean, you could really tell, but I don't think they rode it that much. So it's a pretty good bike. And when I replaced it, it started really good. Like before, it started really good, then it started running wonky, and then we replaced it again, and it did amazing. So hopefully it goes back to that once I get this changed. So I'm gonna go hard and pull off the side panel, and let me try these little clamps on this just to show y'all. So y'all are gonna have to take, let's see, one, you're gonna have to unscrew that one, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And this one, you just have to loosen, which mine's broken, so don't have to worry about that. You just loosen that up, so it's a little nut right here, so this can just slide out, because normally it's not circular, it's just normally straight like that. It just keeps going. And so what I do is take these little pliers and wrap it on there, and you just pluck it out. Well, that one came out all at one, but normally this little thing comes out, but then it pops into this, and then it holds that on there. So it does pretty good holding it on. So you've got 2 more on the air box that I've got to take off. I've got the side panel pulled off. This is what it looks like, and I already took off these little clamp things on the air box. I'm gonna take that off. Still got the 2 clamps down here on the vent, and then on the air box. Okay, so I don't know if that's the best camera angle, but I've loosened the brackets up. Now try and pull out this carburetor. I might have to loosen them a little bit more. I need to keep that. I can keep this vent. I have to loosen it. So I'm just using this little bitty screwdriver right here. I mean, it's tiny bolts on this thing. Oh, nuts and stuff. smaller than definitely smaller than I thought. I mean, I was expecting at least the normal size. Wait, so that one seems pretty loose. I think I might need to loosen up this snorkel vent one a little more. Don't fall. Wait, I think is that it? It's not. Oh, okay. There it goes. I think it's loose now. Maybe I can try it. It just needs to come off. Here we go. Oh, it's coming. There's no room in this thing. That's the whole problem. In small spots. Oh, come off the carburetor, please. Oh, wait. That's it. Oh, came off the carburetor. If I can get this vent one off. Carburetor came off perfectly fine. Which wasn't. Okay, there's the vent. Haha! Wait, don't jinx it, Max. Shut up. Oh my gosh. I've got to unclamp the tube. Tuba. Oh my. Howdy. I can't even see that. I can't even get my hand in there. Oh. I can't even see what I'm supposed to do. I need like little pliers. Got my little tiny pliers here. I'm gonna try and get that clamp.
My tiny pliers too.
Oh yeah, so tiny. It's got giant channel locks over here. Put those things up. I don't even know if I can get my tiny pliers up in there. You know what? I might have to end up pulling this other side panel off to access one thing. Twice. I don't know if you can. You can come try, but like I said, I don't even see where it goes in though. Let's see. Hold up.
What are you trying to do?
I think they had the clamp on the seal, so it's like stuck. Oh my gosh! I can't believe I did this.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to pull off this vent hose on the bottom of this tie strap on my wires. Get me technical difficulties. Oh wait, I think I got it. I'll get it from an angle. Oh yeah. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. Yeah, buddy.
You got it?
Yeah, buddy. Oh.
You see it? Yeah, something like that.
I need to get this.
Oh, that's some cool stuff.
Cool. Oh, there it goes. Oh, yeah, buddy. Okay, no. Okay, it's popped off. I got it. Oh, success! Success! Okay, well, I'm gonna look into the airbox, make sure it's clean. I checked it the other day when it quit working. Oh, that's a big hole.
Wow.
What the unknown? Okay. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that vent is acting like it wants to come out of there. Okay. So many wires. What is this?
That came off.
Random vent hose that was not even attached.
It goes here.
No, that's a bolt. Well, that was so safe.
So that's probably what's wrong with
Let me see. Okay, so I got the choke down here, which I need to disconnect that. And then
What's this?
I got the throttle right here. I don't know if y'all can see that from the camera angle. Why is it? Yeah. It's like the choke's not want to work.
I found a hole in your four-way.
This choke's weird. Okay, I'm gonna mess with that later. I need to get this thing off the brackets. Ooh, I can't even see that.
Do we need
I'm gonna have to take this vent off, I think, because we took it off when we installed the thing. Okay, well, that was hard to get in, I remember. That's all I knew. I gotta remember all this. Okay, well, that's much better access. Okay, so some of these wires just go from, like this one, it just goes from the top of here, runs back down there, and then these two, they just run back around it straight to the card. So all I need to take off, I think, would be the fuel hose, which is running up into the motor. And
These are tubes, not hoses.
Which, that one would be, let's see, I've got the throttle right here, I've got the choke right here. Don't tell me that was the fuel line that popped off. That's bad if so. Hold up. Oh no, here's the fuel line right here. I'm looking dead at it. Okay, so where's my you see my flathead? Hold up. I forgot to hit record. I already pulled the fuel line off. I got my flathead again. It was just in the toolbox. I put it back. And then I had to turn off this fuel line, but it's still dripping. And so, I don't know. I'm going to have to go find some pliers or something. Rig that up. I don't think we have any vice grips, so that's another bad thing. So, I already got the fuel line off. As you can see, it's leaking. I need to take still the throttle and then the choke cable. So, I'm going to go find something to clamp this. I just turned it off, and just when you turn it off, it's just like horizontal, facing to the front. The arrow would be facing to the front for off of the four-wheeler. And so it apparently stopped dripping, and I just like plugged it with like where the seat clips in. I just put it right there so it's out my way. So I'm gonna take this throttle needle off. I'm gonna have to get some channel locks. Alright, well, these definitely not channel locks, but maybe they'll work. And I'm just gonna try and twist this off. Just loosen it up. Yeah, there it goes. And loosen it from here. Alright, there you go. With the needle. Well, you got it. No, I'm fine. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna have to do is this choke. I think what I'm gonna do, I'll pull up on this little lever, and then so that wiggle the cable. Well, it's not wiggling. That's no bueno. How did that even get like that? How did we even get that in there? Oh, you gotta take that whole stinking thing off. You gotta take the whole clamp off. Ugh. These little things ain't gonna do it. Maybe this one might be too big. Let's see. Oh, I did the job perfectly. Okay, well, I'll go catch the screw, because if this little bitty thing falls, there ain't no getting it back. Okay, well, what I did, I just loosened it a little bit so that I can get this out of here, and then should just slide over here. Like that. Throttle cable comes right off. So just for safety purposes, so I don't lose the darn thing, I'm just gonna tighten this little bracket thing back up. Now that I have all that loose, I should be able to get the carburetor off from the bike. And what was that? Okay, well, there's little nuts. I think there's 3 of them. Where'd my little pliers go? I just had them here. No, they're gonna be too big. I'm just gonna use these little needle nose and see if they do anything.
Did you take these?
Push myself in it. No, they're holding the wires on. Well, now that that's stuck on there, there it goes. I'm gonna need some can't get these in here. That's the thing. It's like barely turning. Well, these little tubes, I don't know, carburetor, they're not helping either. They're all up in the way. I'm gonna have to find others. Got some smaller channel locks that maybe they'll work, you know, just maybe.
Those are the ones I had earlier.
Yeah, I know. They're so tiny, aren't they? They'll work perfect. I think if I can just get them, if I can get them, out of all the tools that I have laying around here, what is this? Out of all the tools that I have laying around here, I have apparently one 10 millimeter wrench, which I'm pretty sure is what I need. So, which is exactly what I need. Is last place I looked of all the tools that I have, and I only have one because I had a little socket set and my other sockets are too big, and so I got my little bitty one out, and the whole thing is equipped with everything except it's missing one socket, and that one socket that I'm missing is the one that I need, the 10 millimeter one out of the whole thing. It's all there except for the one that I need. Is that not how the world just plays out sometimes? Well, I think this one's coming off. I don't know if it comes off. I'm sitting here for an eternity. Here we are. Got a little bucket, putting these in. Put these in there too.
Okay, guys, I got a purple pair.
So I've lost them before. I lost like half of them.
Hey, guys, we
Okay,
just
well,
one pairs did this.
I got that off. That should just pull right off, and then I need to get on the other side, which is, this is probably why I need to take this side panel off. Okay, well, I've gotten that nut broke, and it said there comes some more. And then my wrench gets stuck on my exhaust, and then it's gonna get stuck on a wire, and then on the bar, and everywhere where I don't want it to get stuck. There it comes. And I'm pretty sure there's one down there. Well, there might only be, I might need two hands for this. There might be two nuts holding this thing on. Oh, there. Oh, look, there it comes. There's the carburetor. There you have it. Pulled off the carburetor. And now I need to take, crap. And I probably need to drain that first before I take this bowl off. Well, I'm gonna take it off now. I just did the stupid decision of dumping it upside down like a complete idiot. And now I'm gonna have to clean that up. Pray God it don't blow up on me. And okay, so I'm just gonna drain this out, and it should.
Oh, you got it out?
Drain. It's right there. You just loosen this up, and it should drain. All right, so I'm gonna just have to clear off this drain a bit, and I'm just gonna loosen it up right here, because you don't want to drain it on your engine, because it will give it some discoloration very quickly, and it's hard. That's not coming loose. There it goes. And then it's just gonna drain out this nipple, because it's just getting airflow. And normally, if your needle or your floater is bad, you're gonna have to it's gonna start draining out the bottom here, and that's when you know you need to replace your floater, because that's when if you get junk stuck up in it, it'll just get that stuck up, and then it'll overflow, and then it'll just flow out of this little nipple here. So I think that's all the gas in it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and screw this whole thing back on. I have to let it drip a little more, but
There's horsefly on my arm.
ow. Well, okay, it's good for now. So I'm just gonna bring it back in the garage. All right, so I've just got me a little pan or something here. Just a little plastic, like I guess this is a litter box or something. And so there's three little screws holding this thing on. It's not gonna come off. There it is. There's one broken. Just loosen it. This one. There's two. And then three. Okay. So, and
Next.
those are coming off. Huh. Okay, so just gonna take these little things off. And okay, so that's just a little screw you can get out of it. Probably need my other little tray, but I'll just set it on the side here, hopefully. Gonna harm it, so once I just get these broken, I just hand loosen these, flip it over here. And this one's still stuck, so. And this one seems to be rusted a bit. I don't know why. Those other ones seem to be a little more shiny. Especially just on the head, so I think something must have got on it. Alright, so. Pretty clean. Well, the seal came off, so. Well, it's got a little big gunk down there. But it must just be the little pilot down there. But it's got a lot of big gunk in there. As you can see, I'll clean that out. And then here, you've got your floaters and your needle and stuff. So, what happens when these go get stuck, it's just like a toilet. It'll get stuck though sometimes. And it won't float back up because it'll like when you use it, it'll go back down as fuel's going through it, and then it'll fill back up. So when you flush the toilet, and it'll if it gets stuck, it'll just keep like pushing gas through there, and that's when it will overflow. As you can see, it'll go when it gets up to there, it'll go up and through there, and then it'll drain out the little needle right there. I mean the nipple. And so, I mean, I'm honestly kind of surprised. It's really not that dirty. I'm definitely going to clean up this gasket because this got something going on there. Yeah, this does have a little bit of gunk up in it. It looks like almost like corrosion just up in that where that gasket was, and that gasket's pretty dirty. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to break those with some pliers. But actually, you can either do that or hold up. Let me go grab my little wrench or screwdriver. Alright, so apparently I've lost my flathead again. And I just went ahead and grabbed this one. It's a little bit older one, but I think it'll work. I hope it don't get nothing over here. Rub it off from here. Look at that, good as new. I'm gonna spray some of this one. If it's gonna work. There we go. I'm gonna just rub this off. I just sprayed some WD-40 on there. just to wet it down a bit and get it slightly cleaned. So, I mean, hopefully there's no loose stuff down there. Done that.
Is this the one that I
And so I'm gonna take this, and so normally the carburetor sits like this, right? So the floater just fills in and goes like that. So normally the carburetor is sitting up like this, but this is technically upside down right now. So right now, take this off. I hope it comes off all of it. There it goes. This is just unscrewed. So normally this thing's pretty clean because, so a quarter throttle or more, this is what fluid, gas will go through there. But then this little Pilot over here, it's below a quarter throttle, idle, and start. So this one will get gunked up because smaller hole, not as much fluid going through it, or gas, keeps in fluid. So yeah, I think I can already see, y'all probably can't, I think I can already see some gunk up in there. So I'm gonna have to clean that out. And then what I do, I'll just spray some carb cleaner, which we have to go get from O'Reilly's tomorrow. I'll get some carb cleaner sprayed down in there, and as well as in these. And I'll put some compressed air, or just like from a compressor or something, just sprayed in there, because that carb cleaner it won't get it all out, and it'll mainly just break it up, and then you just wash it. Oh, well, here's my flathead. I know I said it somewhere. I thought I brought it with me. And so it'll just blow everything out, you know, make it cleaner, get all the gunk out, because that'll just mainly break it up. It will get some out too, but. And so let me show y'all while I have it out. So the choke, what normally you have the cable that runs here, and this is the little bracket that I loosened up. And so when you pull it up, it'll pull on here, and there's this little door in here. And so what'll happen when you pull that, it'll allow more fuel to go in, and it'll shut off airflow a little bit. And so you're just getting a lot of fuel into the pistons and stuff. And I guess not as much air, and somehow that gives it a little boost or something. Just giving it some extra fuel. And then your throttle, it goes right down there. Got a little throttle near. I'm not quite sure how the throttle works, but I'll have to look into that more. And so yeah, so I'm gonna clean this up tomorrow after it gets me some carb cleaner, which I hope is tomorrow, could be later. And I'm gonna get all this corrosion and junk out of there, and I'm gonna clean up this gasket, which, like I said, this is only a year old, so it shouldn't be that dirty. Just definitely needs some cleaning up. And yeah, I'm gonna soak it in there. Should do pretty good for it. So yeah, so I think that should work pretty good if I blow all that out. That's what I've seen. It's pretty simple. And also, if you wanted to, well, where is it? I'm not real sure, but I have to find it later. I'm not sure what it's called, but I know you can just open it up, and I don't think fuel goes through it. You just check and make sure it's in good shape. It's spring loaded, so when you do take it out, and I don't think it's that, and I don't think it's this, because it should have threads, but I can pull it off. Oh, it's this. Yeah, so you can pull this off and check, make sure it's in good condition, which mine, I'm pretty confident it is, because like I said, this car is only like a year old. So you'd normally pull these off, there's a little spring in there, so just be careful pulling it off, because it will. So we went to the store, we got some, I got oil, so I'm gonna change the oil because it's low and it looks, it's a little dirty. It could be changed, so I'm gonna go ahead and change that, drain that out. And I got the carb cleaner, so I'm gonna clean the carburetor, but first I think I'm gonna drain the oil. So let's get to that. Right there is where I need to pull the plug, and I'm just gonna drain it into just this little bowl. I don't really have an oil pan thing. I know my grandpa does, but not there. So I'll just drain it here and somehow position y'all to where I might not be able to get y'all in there, but so because I don't want to get my phone dirty. So for 17 millimeter, and so I'm gonna climb under here. Get that fits perfect. I need a wrench first, bud. I'm praying this is gonna work fine. Let's see. At least you can use. Okay. Well, we're about to be gushing oil here in a minute. Come on. Oh, this is sketchy. I'm gonna make sure that's centered. Uh-oh. We're stuck. Get it. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Don't you gotta move really fast? Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out the way.
You're definitely gonna get some on your hand, I think.
Oh, definitely. I'm trying to catch this. There it goes.
Oh, that's a lot on your hand. Oh, why is it brown? It looks like you just got poopy water on your hands.
Because it's dirty. Okay. Cut. Alright, so I think this has stopped dripping a good bit. And so I'm going to just try and plug this back in if I can. I might have to put it on the socket. Let's get all my hands in. Here. Oh, find my socket. There it is. Kinda didn't want to get this socket dirty though. But she gonna get drenched. It's actually probably one of the better sockets. Well, if this, there it goes. That didn't take an eternity. Okay. Boom. She's snug. Okay. And now, when you do this, you don't want to do it too tight, or else you're gonna strip it out. Or if you do it too loose, you're just gonna be leaking oil. So get it on there just snug. You don't have to go full Hulk mode on it. And because if you do it too tight, it will strip, and then you're gonna start leaking. Or if you do it too loose, you're gonna leak. So it's kind of just like you have to feel for it, or else you're gonna mess something up, tear something up, and then you're gonna have to. So I'm gonna get this oil pan, and I'm just gonna set this to the side because you don't want to be pouring this down the drain or anything because look there. So I do have. There might be one near you, might not, but you'll have to go find an oil disposal place or something. Or you can just put it in an oil can or something and go store it in your back shed, maybe use it. Kill some ants if you want, I don't care. Okay, so what I did, I can't find a funnel. I don't know where it is, but I know we have one, but we just can't find it. So try to use a water bottle. The cap was too big to go in my thing, so I have this glove, and I tied off the pinky to the ring and the thumb to the index, and then I just left the middle finger, and I cut the tip of it off, and so I have that.
Elephant.
So I'm just gonna try and stick this in there, and then so this little 250 requires 10 W40 and 1.6 quarts of it. So I'm already alright. So I'm just gonna try and jam this little thing up in there. Okay, hopefully that'll do. Eli, I might need you to come hold this open for me. So I'm just gonna try and put oil down where the hand goes. So we're gonna need all hands for this, so I don't know if I can film this, and I'm just gonna try and get this one quarter and then we'll pick up. Guys, so I've attempted the whole glove thing. It's a little while later, and it did not work, and I just don't know what to do. I think we're gonna have to just go buy another funnel, but right now it has currently no oil, no carburetor, no air box. It's not gonna run. And I still need to replace the gas on it. And I still need to clean out the carburetor, which I think I'm gonna do here in a minute. But in the meantime, I still need to finish this oil. So before I do anything else, I think I wanna finish the oil. And the glove did not work at all. I've got it right here. Yeah, that worked terrible. Barely any oil flow through it, and then it would all get stuck, and it just did not work too great. So maybe if might have been me, and I just tied it wrong, but I'm not sure. It wasn't going through fast enough, and it was leaking everywhere, and it was just coming out everywhere. So I think we're gonna. Either my mom has a funnel that she uses, maybe I can get hers. She says she'll find it for me. Or we'll just have to go to the store and buy one, which is no problem, but preferably we'd like to use the ones that we have here. So meet back up when I get the funnel and everything. So I've got the funnel here, and I've got my oil. This is 1 quart of oil. I've already poured a little. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour the rest of this in there. It's just gonna ease down that funnel because it's a little bitty thin thing. There goes that whole thing of oil.
Earl. No, Earl.
Okay. Now I can precisely measure out 0.6 quarts out of this other one. So I've got my other can of oil right here, and I'm just gonna go down to the 600 on the milliliters. And then I'm gonna check it, and then if it needs more, I'll pour a little more, because I looked up, it's about 0.106 quarts adds up to 100 milliliters. So I'm gonna pour just a little bit of this, at a level. I'm gonna keep going quite a bit. All right, stop right there. Almost there. There? That's it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this funnel off. Oh my. Okay. I'm gonna just set it on this cardboard down here. And then make sure my dipstick's clean. Come over here. This old little rag right here. Alright, so I'm gonna just dip it right down yonder in there. Unscrew. And well, I think I might leave it at that because she looks right on the mark right there. So I think I'm gonna leave it right there at that. Just check one more time. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. Okay, well, that's about exact right there. So I'm gonna leave it at that right there. So now, done with the Earl. This is my bottle. So I'm gonna put this up somewhere else. So I'm gonna set it over here. And now we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna drain the gas and then put a little more gas in there. Swish it, shake the bike a little, swish it around.
Start.
Okay, so pull the gas tank off just to rinse it out and stuff. And so the reason I took this whole bike apart is because I still saw fuel on the bottom of this. And apparently there must have been a thin layer just skimming the bottom. I've taken this whole four-wheeler apart, because I was out of fuel. Yeah. So now, I'm still gonna clean out the carburetor. And I'm lucky I've done all this and got the oil and stuff because that oil was quite nasty. And so that really needed to be changed anyway. And then it's not like you don't have to do it. It's not like a requirement, but it's good to clean your carburetor out once in a while. So I guess here we are. And the filter in the air box, we changed it out. We got a whole carb kit and everything last time we changed the carburetor, so we changed it out and everything. And so it's perfectly clean. So I've got to pull the gas tank out now, and I put it back in there. And so it just goes in like this. Actually, I have to slide it in these plastics here, which might be hard. Eli, you might have to go on the other side of the pool. Eli, you might have to go on the other side of the pool. Just push like that. This is hard.
Oh, it's building.
Maybe up here. Wait, there it goes. Come on. Get past. Okay. Oh, come on.
Did you put it in backwards?
No. I'm gonna put this through first. Oh, and there goes my fuel. Hold up. You. This is not full of drink. That should be it. Really didn't know that happened. Why is it still draining? I just let you drain out. Well, that's not good. Now, gotta get this back in there. I'm gonna just. Oh. Now, let's just go right back in there. Had it earlier. Alright, what's it doing? Next, I wonder why valves.
It's smushing my leg into the brake.
Oh, sorry. Ugh. I'm gonna end up breaking something.
A lot harder than you thought, huh?
Just needs to get past this.
My leg hurts.
This valve is being a pain right now. I need to get it in there. Oh my gosh, this stupid cup holder. I'm about to rip this thing off. Let's get all of it in the way.
Just slam it in like I did with my bed.
There we are. Oh, praise God. And Jesus is good.
It's like a potato.
So, that should go right over those. Okay. So, got my carburetor right here. Got the bowl right here. What I'm gonna do, got the bowl right here. I've got my carb cleaner. And go ahead and pop the lid off. Comes with this little straw thing. So, I'm gonna go ahead. And it looks like a paint can. And I'm just gonna pop that down in there. If I can get it. Well, that might be it there. I'm gonna go test spray it. Just get a little test spray. Yep. Ooh. It smells like paint. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, spray a little bit. Alright, nipple. You know, just to be safe.
Perfect.
So just spray straight through there. Probably get masked when you do that. I'm gonna just put my shirt wow. You can taste it almost. Jeez. Okay. Let's spray some down in here. And then I'm gonna spray some. This gasket goes just a little bit. Just a little bit. All up in there. Okay. So I'm gonna set this to the side. Let it sit. Hopefully it don't get bumped. There it goes. Ow, that's the burns. It was cold too. Jeez, I had a cut. Okay, so I've got the rubber seal here. I've got some on this tray, so I think what I'm gonna do, got this little seal. I know y'all can't see it, but the bowl's over here, and I'm just gonna pop this little seal back on. Well, you know what? Still got carpet cleaner. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just spray a little bit of carpet cleaner. Put it on there. Just a little on it, just to, you know, get it wet and stuff. Okay, now, the actual carburetor, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray some down its main pilot. Keep the shot right back up. Which it'll squirt out of here. See? Squirts right out there. Ooh, it burns. Alright, then I'm gonna stick it down in this pilot right here. And I guess it just shoots out the same end apparently. Okay. So now that I've got those cleaned, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna blow this out with some compressed air later. Now I'm gonna take the actual pilots themselves. Stick this down in there. This is just the main one. Oh, there it goes. Shouldn't have been too dirty. Now, this little pilot right here, the little one, this is what normally gets clogged up. So, barely squeeze some in there. There's another cut. Ow. Now this stuff is cold and it burns. I'm gonna need a rag here in a minute. So I'm gonna just spray those out. And I've got these little screws so So now, got all that done. I've got this bowl here again. Push it around in there. And I'm gonna go get a rag. And I guess just gonna dump this out. Well, actually, I'll let it sit for a little longer. Oh, it smells bad. Swish it around that a little more. Alright, well, I'm gonna let that sit in a little while. Just put these pilots, there's a little puddle over here. I know y'all can't see. And then I've got this, I'm gonna squirt this one more time. Just to be sure. Okay, so that should be good. I think that's all I need to do. That should be good for this. So I'm gonna go grab a rag, let this sit for a little while, and then be back. Alright, so I've let this sit for a little while, and I've got my rag. Just gonna pour this out in this little tray here. And then try not to break that off, because then that would be bad, and then I need to hold the carburetor. And it would be for nothing, because let me remind you, it was low on fuel. And I saw a little bit of fuel. So I didn't think it was low on fuel. It was low on fuel. Just need to position this rag in here. Just to get down in there. Maybe that'll do it. Really need to get all that dirt and dust out down there. Oh, that looks pretty dry. And this stuff is so cold that it just dries right up. Get this little nipple. Close, and I'll blow that little nipple out in a minute. So I'll just set this up here. Go ahead and dry. Pilot right here. set this one up here too. So it don't go away somewhere. Well, actually, it's quite dusty up here. I don't know. Here, it looks pretty dry right here. Actually, I'm gonna just put it in a bowl. What's a bowl good for? You put stuff in it, right? I need to go get some milk and cereal. Got me a little mini bowl right there. I mean, why not? I got those. And normally this one doesn't get clogged up because I don't know if I've told you all this or not, but the so this is a quarter throttle or more. It's from a quarter throttle on up, and this one takes over. Gas goes through that, and then for this little one that I have in here, it's start, idle, and up to a quarter throttle. So like below a quarter throttle. So, oh, there goes my pilot. Oh my god. Oh no. There it is. Hello, spider. Oh. Alright, we'll reclaim that. I'm gonna just spray this one off a little bit again. Whew. There it goes. Shot right back at me. Okay, so that one should be good. And now, can't really do anything to here. So, I'll just blow that out. It should have blown out. And then, got these little screws here that hold the bowl onto the carburetor itself. So, I'll just dry these off a little bit. And now, I'm gonna go get the compressor, and I think my best choice is stick a little like basketball needle or something for like a ball or something, and just blow through these little bitty holes and stuff that I've got here. So I'm gonna go get that. Got the little compressor here. I only put a little bit of air in it, and so I'm gonna just what I've got like this, like I said, a ball needle. I'm just gonna stick it right there, and then hopefully, well, that won't work. That might not work. And that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to rig something up. But maybe I can get it to work on this. So maybe if I. Right now, there's just a tire attachment. Sorry, I know y'all can't see anything, but I can't. This is being really difficult. Oh, look, it's doing. All I'm doing is just taking this little end, sticking it right there. It's with the nipple. So I'm gonna use that on the rest of the pilots and stuff. So I'm gonna just take it. I might be losing air here. I'm gonna have to turn it back on. Alright, so I just got a little more because that thing is loud. And so I've kind of already blown out this one a little. Just trying to get it on the edge to hit it. Blow it out like that, and then this one down here is going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm gonna have to. Oh wait, hold up! I never did this little pilot right here, which is the one that I mainly need to do. I think there's something going on in it. Okay, so I think that's good. I really need to get that little pilot, because that's the main area I need to get. I'm gonna have to kick this thing back on because I'm out of air once more. I don't see how I'm supposed to. Okay, I think I have an idea. Okay, so I think I've got it enough just to finish this little bit off. So, again, this is upside down. The carburetor is upside down right now. And you have the little floaters right there. So, just gonna try and. It's got like a tire thing right now. So see, I gotta press down on that little. And then I'm gonna get this little pilot one more time. Okay, so I think I've got these pretty good. Now that I have all this clean, actually I'm gonna dry it out a little with a little bit of air that I have. Just, you know, a little bit of air that I have. I mean, I did that with a little bit of air that I have. Okay, so now, gosh darn, Max getting game. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, just take these little pilots, screw them back on. And so, while Eli's gonna go get the little bitty flathead, just get these on. And this is very simple. I'm 12, and I'm doing this. I watched 2 videos on this the other day, and this is very easy to do this. I mean, this is one of the easiest things I've ever done. Like, I thought it'd be way harder, way more challenging, but it's really simple. It's insanely simple. But what I should have done, try to remind myself to do, so I'm just making sure there's a snug. Again, it's just like the oil, you'll strip it out if you do it too tight, so just get it snug. So now I take the bowl and you just line it back up here. Stick my little screws in there. And he's gonna go get my other screwdriver because I'm in the other garage. And I'm just gonna try and hand do these right now. And yeah, so simple. Like, you just blow this stuff out. And again, I didn't even need to do this really because I kind of accidentally saw a little bit of gas and thought that I still had gas, so I just assumed carburetor issues, and my dad thought too, because we just looked in there and it was pretty dark in there. And so again, I'm snugging these, just like the oil and the pilots. And so, but you do, oh shoot, I forgot to put the gasket on. That was almost bad. Some of y'all watching are probably like, oh my gosh, he's forgetting the gaskets. Sit back and watch until I put this thing on the four-wheeler, and y'all get to watch a show happen, don't y'all? Oh my gosh, what's happening? I'd probably end up throwing out the gasket too. Oh wait, where'd this come from? Meh, nothing. I'm gonna take the whole thing off, and this should just go right back on here. Just like this. Go in this little crack, just like this. I don't know if I have it on there completely straight, but okay. So what's it do? Let me just line this up because it won't go on fully. You just want to mess up. I might have to do it more all at once. Okay, so it's almost like it's warped. I've done something like that. I hope this gasket's not messed up, because then I have to get a whole nother. I have to get like a gasket kit or something. Okay, so I think that's good. I'll go ahead. Exactly what wants to come off. Actually, what I'm gonna do is hump this over like this. I'm gonna get this. Okay. Get this gasket on. Why is it not not going on? I honestly have no clue. I don't even know if y'all could just see that the whole time. I just looked at the camera. I was not at all in it. So I'm sorry for filming issues because I'm just trying to get this thing on and it's not going on. What's happening? It was just on. No. Now this gasket's coming off again. This is all a pain. Hold up, give me 2 seconds. So, apparently, the reason the gasket wasn't going on is because I had it upside down. And the reason that the bowl wasn't going on is because the pin for the floater that's holding the pin on, holding the floater on, it was coming out, and so it was getting caught. And that is a no bueno. So, now that I have the gasket on, I think everything else that I need on this carburetor. I'm just gonna go ahead, screw it back on there again, just lightly snugged. Now, please make sure this is your carburetor. It is sealed and like they're snug and snug enough. So, also, sorry for this footage because this is terrible, but if you want to just look away and listen, this is perfect for riding in the car. Okay, so it's my throttle, choke, and my throttle's gonna go right in there. So let's get it back. Okay, so got the carburetor, about to install it. So first, I need to get these nuts right there. Then this should just go right there. Slides right on those other bolts. And then, I don't know if y'all can see that from that angle, but I'm just gonna twist these on a little bit just to get it secured on there, and then I'm gonna tighten them up in a minute. So, okay. Now remember, this one was really hard to unscrew and screw on. And luckily, that little 10mm was little. So, it helped, but at the same time, it was hard. It's still really hard because it still got volume to it. And then my hand's all in the way. I don't even think, there it goes. Okay. Almost on there. Okay, now that is slightly snug. Over here, which is right here. Got it. Again, with this too, you're going to just snug it because you don't want to strip anything out. So remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Somehow get under there. Oh, that's the wrong nut. And this wasn't so difficult. Just maybe. There we go. Okay. Come on. So I've got the choke cable and the throttle attached. Right now I'm putting back on the fuel line, clamping that back on, and now you want to make sure this one is snug. Snuggled on there. So, well, wait. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You definitely want to make sure. Well, my clamp might have just broke. Hold up. Apparently if you go too snug, you break your clamp. Maybe it's good. I'm gonna just hope for the best. Still almost there. See? Sounds like a stripper right there. There. That should be snug. Yeah, I don't think that's coming off of it. Alright, so now that I've got the carburetor all reassembled, I'm gonna come over here, airbox, and go ahead and put that back on. First, I need this. I'm pretty sure these two little vent hoses right here, they're coming from the engine. They're gonna just go right there. It looks like there's supposed to be a screw there, but there's not. There's not. I don't see how you're supposed to screw that in anyway, so unless I have an extra screw, which I don't notice. Unless maybe one of those extra little plugs that go in there, but I don't think so. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there. Hold that right there. Then carburetor. Not the carburetor, the airbox. Hold up, I need to check. I think that's everything. Alright, so airbox is just gonna sit in so.
Are these the 4 top bolts? No.
4 top bolt, I don't know. That. Okay, so that's on the carburetor, I think. And then we're gonna get a snorkel vent thing. That's gonna go back on here. All of these are very, very difficult right now. Okay, I think I'm gonna get the carburetor on here first. Make sure that it's nice and snug. If I can get it on the carburetor. I don't see how we got this airbox on last time, which I think my grandpa did it. But there it goes. I think it's sliding in now. There it goes. There it goes.
What are these nuts for?
Those are going to tack down the plastics, I was talking about these. These will tack down the plastics, and then there should be 2 that go on this airbox right here. So it's not getting on there.
Yeah, I got those exact
Still gotta wiggle
2.
forward though, a good ways. It's good. Maybe I can. You don't want to tug on this carburetor too much. So maybe I'm just weak, or this is just really tough. I don't know. It might just be that I'm really weak. Alright, so got it to the carburetor, and once I get this vent on there, actually, I think I'm gonna put these hoses on after I get this thing on. So I think this one has to come out with this one. Everything is struggling today. Okay. So now this should slide it right back. Actually, just to stabilize this airbox. Make sure it's stable. Go ahead and pop. It's back on, secure it. So it's secured. If I need to take them off again, I'll take them off again. So this one should go right back. Oh, there that one goes. So it should just pop right in there. Just not. There it goes. Okay. Now this vent, I have it lined up. It just needs to push in all the way. So make sure this is accessible right here. My clamp. And okay, so got that one, and just need to get these little vent hoses through here. There they go. And I think I've got this one tight enough. There it goes. All right, so there's the rest of the way. Now I need my tiny screwdriver, which I have no clue where it is. Here it is. And I'll get this one snug. This is the one clamped to the one by the carburetor. Get it snug. I don't know if y'all can see that. My
I
arm
can
might
see
be-
it.
Okay.
Oh, it's kind of getting dark now. And now we can't see it.
Why?
Dark.
Oh. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Okay, so that one's clamped on there good. And now, go ahead, clamp on this snorkel vent or whatever it is. I think the screw might be stripped out a bit. So, I'm gonna press really hard. And I think that might be it, right there. Okay. So, I think that's it. And just to show y'all, I think that's all that air box is held on by, but okay. So, just to show y'all the air filter. I don't think mine's the right size. I think this one, the air box should be different on a newer 250, so it's just kind of crammed in there. But as I said, it's insanely clean, so there's no need to change it. I'll get that on there later. And so, my bike, besides the plastics in the seat, this is just the one side panel over here. Besides the plastics in the seat, I think I'm done. And that would be how, at least how I did it. There might be better ways. It worked out pretty good for me. How I cleaned out my carburetor, and I didn't really need it, and changing out the oil and all that. So again, I'm 12. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So, I mean, I only watched 2 videos on it, and here I am. I just did it all by myself within 2 days. And actually, not even that, probably about 1 day. I started on it yesterday evening, and I mean, it's the next evening right now. So, it took me a few hours. So, if you have all the materials right there next to you, this should only take you probably about, it's probably take roughly 2-3 hours if you have everything. 2-3 hours, yeah. I mean, it shouldn't take you long. This is very simple. So that is how I cleaned out my carburetor, and hopefully, even though I didn't need it, hopefully my cooler will run better. So we'll see y'all on the next one.